Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our meeting. I hope everybody's doing well. Uh, some new faces out there, but everybody seems to be looking good. So let's begin. Anybody have any questions?
Okay.
And all you got to do is, if you go down below, there's a react icon, and you can click and raise your hand. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way and raise your hand like this, but unfortunately, I may not see you. When you click the icon, you kind of go to the top of the queue. So let's begin. Maralinda, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dr. Kondrot. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Happy to see everybody.
Good, good. So I did email both Chris and you on the 30th of the month. It's been 30 days since I started my homeopathic. So I wanted to make sure you got the message.
Well,
I
how are you doing with the homeopathic?
I don't really see much change. Occasionally the eye that's affected, and I'm not sure if it's just when there's less light, I can see through it a little bit better. But I don't really notice anything emotional, unconscious, spiritually that's much different.
Mhm. Well, we may want to update your remedy, but usually with homeopathy, it's, slow and steady.
Sure.
Anytime there's a subtle change, we like to continue it a little bit longer. The only time we really want to change the homeopathic remedy, if there would be a negative event.
Okay, well,
If
there's nothing negative.
something negative happens, like maybe you're more anxious, you're not able to sleep at night, or
What
So,
I said in my emails was that I find occasionally I'm more easily annoyed with things, but it's not a big deal, and it could just be those specific things. So I don't even know if that's a negative thing at all.
yeah, we just may want to wait. Because when you take a homeopathic remedy, those little Christmas balls, you shake them and there's all the snow.
Yes, yes.
So you take the remedy and your body's shaken and everything's starting to settle. And we just want to listen to subtlety. So I would say, based on what you're telling me, maybe let's continue it for another couple weeks.
Okay.
But if it's, if you feel like, well, it really hasn't done anything, then we got to,
I don't know. I
yeah,
don't know.
then we got to relook at the remedy and maybe try to find a better remedy. Because I like it when people say, I don't know what you gave me, but I've never felt so good about myself, or I have more energy. That's the
Well,
magic
I always
of
feel
the
good about myself, and I always have a lot of energy, so that's not changed at all.
Uh-huh. Well, let's just maybe continue it for a couple of more weeks and we'll see what happens.
Okay, and I really would like to join your Sunday groups, and I don't think I have that.
All right, let me put that in the
Chat.
chat here. We have a monthly prayer group, which is a lot of fun. And go to www.prayersforvision, all one word, .com. PRAYER for vision.com. And you sign up and you get an email with the link.
Okay, I just clicked on that link, and what comes up is the forgotten side of medicine. DMSO heals the eyes and transforms ophthalmology. I actually clicked the link that you sent.
No.
Oh, okay. So, that's a different one. Somebody else sent it. Sorry. Here we go. Okay. Yep, got it. Thank you.
Got it. Okay. Wonderful.
I can't be there every week because I have two Sundays a month that I have obligations, but I'll make it whenever I can. I'm curious.
Okay, great.
Thank you. That's it.
Okay, we'll move on to Germany.
Yes.
Karen.
Good morning, Dr. Kondrot.
Good morning. Hast du gut schlafen?
Yes.
That's
I'm
all the
also
German.
getting
That's all the
tired
German I
again.
know. How are you? Good morning, and did you have a good sleep?
Okay. We already have afternoon in Germany, so.
Oh, guten Abend then. Guten Abend.
My question is about omega-3, omega-6 fish oil. I'm aware you are not too fond of fish oil. Is it mainly because there could be a lot of toxins in it and it could be rancid? Or is it in general? Like if I get a...
There's three reasons. There's three reasons. Number one, it's not the parent oil. It's a derivative oil. It's a longer chain. In other words, the parent oil, omega-3, is the plant. When you eat the plants and convert it to an animal-based omega-3, it's a longer chain. The longer chain is not as easily absorbed and utilized in the body. So that's the first reason. Second reason, as you mentioned, it's the mercury. You know, mercury is everywhere. And unfortunately, in fish oils, there is a fairly large concentration of mercury. Third reason is that fish oils will become rancid at room temperature. And you ever have a fresh fish, you lay it on your kitchen table, and I guarantee you within 24 hours, it'll start to stink and become rancid. Most people don't refrigerate their fish oils. You know, you buy them, they're on the shelf, and they're rancid, and rancid fish oils are toxic. So those three reasons, and this just isn't my opinion. There was a Dr. Peskin, who's an MIT researcher who wrote a book called The Dangers of Fish Oil. And I can remember about 10 years ago when I heard Dr. Peskin talk at a medical meeting, I walked out of his talk. I said, this guy's an idiot. You know, fish oils are good for you. And then I talked with my good friend, Dr. Robert Rowan, who's a brilliant alternative doctor. I says, what do you think about Peskin's work with fish oils? And he said, well, I've really investigated everything he talks about. And I think he's right on that fish oils are dangerous.
Okay, just in
So
case you get
I
a
like
really...
flaxseed. I like flaxseed oil, primrose oil, borage oil, you know, the plant-based. Now, it's okay to eat fish occasionally, but I would avoid high doses of fish oils.
Okay, also if you get basically really good quality with certificates, which they have cleaned the fish oil, they have put antioxidants in, like usually vitamin E is in. So, and you put it in your fridge once you get it. Is it then still so bad or?
Well, first of all, it's impossible to remove mercury. It's very difficult to remove mercury. I know a lot of my patients have mercury toxicity in their body, and it's almost a lifelong process to remove that mercury from your body. You're doing daily detoxification. So when these companies advertise that they have this magic ability to remove all the mercury, I think false advertising. So,
Okay.
and then too, you may put it in your refrigerator as soon as you get it, but what about when it's shipped to you in a hot truck over many miles, coming from Norway to Germany?
Okay. I'm not fond of those flaxseed stuff, at least as oil. I take 1 tablespoon of flaxseed every day in my smoothie, but not as oil. And there is an argument or a negative thing. They say that in Germany, at least, we use flaxseed oil as a finish for raw wood. So basically what they say, it's the coating, it's getting hot, and then you protect your raw wood in furniture, and then you would put that in your stomach, and that wouldn't be good.
That sounds more like linseed oil than flaxseed oil.
Hello. Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
aware of flaxseed oil being used as a finish, but linseed oil is. That's a different type of oil.
Right.
They say it's the same. Okay, I also have problems with the translation of safflower and
Okay.
rapeseed
All
oil.
right.
Because in German, we
Okay.
have a lot of rapeseed oil.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, well, any of the seed oils, it's okay to eat the seeds, but you have to avoid the seed oils. There's been a lot of research that the seed oils are inflammatory. It's not so much because of the actual oil or the seed, it's the way that they're processed.
Mhm.
And
What-
more researchers are finding out that the seed oils are inflammatory and they may be linked to macular degeneration and other eye problems.
Okay, what do you think of krill oil as alternative or
Well, that's a fish oil. It's the same thing. It's just smaller fish.
okay, and algae oil? It's also very popular in Germany.
The algae oil, if it's from the ocean, you have to worry about the mercury.
Okay. Okay,
Anyway, good questions.
thanks.
But send me, if you have some of those articles, send them to me.
They have certificates or documents that their oil is okay and that they have cleaned it and
Yeah, I'd be curious to take a look at it. But I think it's
okay.
really impossible. They may clean the oil, but I don't know if they have a certificate that all the mercury is removed.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on here. Mr. Williams.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Couple questions for you. Instead of using a washcloth to wrap the gloves in, can you use the gloves by themselves, or can you use a smaller? I have another pair of like cotton gloves that I was sticking the metallic gloves into to use.
Yeah, that would be okay, but I discourage you from actually using the gloves because what happens is the oil on your skin and other matter will get into the material and it'll affect the longevity of the glove. I like it when you just wrap the glove with the washcloth because then you can, wash the little washcloth and, that can be kind of like a disposable item.
Right.
One bit of caution is that when you do clean the washcloth, make sure you don't use a toxic detergent. I've had some patients, if they use a really strong detergent like Tide or Chair, and they don't rinse it thoroughly, that the washcloth can then maybe cause a mild irritation or a rash because the microcurrent acts as a carrier. It's taking those substances into your body. So if you're cleaning them with a toxic detergent and then you put them on your eye, you may be getting some of that material into your eye and into your body.
Right.
So make sure you rinse it thoroughly.
Well, that's what I thought because I noticed that the white washcloth did seem to get dirty pretty quick, and I presume that was it. I did put just the glove directly on my stomach. Could I have been feeling a little shock from that, or is it? I couldn't. It felt more like a pinprick.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: the microcurrent machine is a current constant machine. So if it's set for like 20 microamps, it's going to increase the voltage until you get 20 microamps. So if I would take those dry gloves and put one in each hand and turn on the machine, I'm going to get tingling and prickling.
Okay.
Because there's no good conduction. The gloves are dry and my hands are dry, and the machine is trying to get 20 microamps of current. But it can't do it, and it's increasing the voltage, and you're going to get some tingling. So if you ever do experience tingling, either you are dehydrated or the gloves are not moist enough.
Okay.
And I guarantee you that if you moisten the gloves and make sure you're hydrated, you're not going to have that. But one of my favorite microcurrent treatments is I'll take the glove, a moist glove, and I'll stick it in my underwear front and back.
Right.
And I'll do like a detox treatment or stress treatment. If I have a particularly bad meeting, I'm doing the stress treatment as I'm talking to you. I'm not going to tell you if I'm doing a stress treatment right now, But that's one way of doing it. So your hands are free. I can be on the phone and, that's the only time that I really use the gloves without the washcloth, or sometimes I'll just hold the gloves in my hand,
Okay. All right.
without the washcloth.
Okay. And you had programmed in a setting for inflammation because I'm having a problem with my hip, and I haven't seen a whole lot of results from that. I still have a lot of hip pain. Is that the correct setting for my hip, or is there a setting for a hip problem?
Well, inflammation is my favorite treatment protocol because it seems to help just with any type of inflammation.
Right.
So if you're not getting any good results with the inflammation on your hip, then we do have a specific protocol for the hip.
Okay. All right.
So we could change that in your machine, talk to Chris, and there's the ability that I can get online with you, log onto your computer, and I can change the frequencies.
I will think about that. I might do that. And let's see here. I had sent in my results of the urine test a while back. How long does it take to get the results back?
It should take about a week or two.
Oh, okay. Well,
How long ago did you send them?
almost a month.
Oh, it definitely should be back. So I would check with Chris. We're gonna have to double check with the company.
And I'll go back and look through my old emails as well. And the last time you were on, you were talking about the seminar that you spoke at. Where could we go to and pay the $175 to review the whole thing?
Well, the my talk is available right now.
We listened to it. Yeah, we've already listened to that.
Okay, but the entire seminar, I think you're going to have to contact Inspirastar.
Okay.
And so those of you that aren't aware that I did post my my keynote speech, and it's online at YouTube. In fact, I'll put the link in the chat. Okay, let me do that so you can listen to that. But in terms of the entire recording of the entire, you'd have to talk to Inspirastar about that. That's okay. Let me see. Here's the link. I'm going to post that in the chat. Okay, here's the link for my keynote talk on microcurrent and eye disease. I talk about the famous German Professor Walther, who wrote a book on microcurrent and eye disease in 1803. Maybe that was your great-grandfather, Karen. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Kondrot. I appreciate you answering those questions.
Okay, let's move on. Enid, good to see you.
Hi, Dr. Kondrot. Good to see you as well. I sent Chris the link to the article about DMSO that I put in the chat just now and asked her to send it to you a few days ago and wondered if you had a chance to look at it and if you could tell us what you think if you did.
Nope, I'll take a look at it. In fact, I opened it up right now.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I mean, it seems pretty exciting.
This is about DMSO,
know.
which is what I'm interested. I'm very interested.
I thought I was hearing you all this time.
I don't know.
Anyway, I think there's a lot of hype. I mean, I have not seen any dramatic
Kondrot.
Yeah.
improvement with the eyes with DMSO. I know that years ago I used to use a product, DMSO, ascorbic acid and glutathione, for treating cataracts.
Well, there's a lot of evidence in the article. Apparently, there's quite a bit of it that's very, very, very positive.
This is
The
interesting.
writer, the
Okay.
author of the article is a very good writer and doctor.
Can help you with stuff that
Uh,
needed to be-
Well, here's the thing is there's articles and opinions,
I guess
And there's clinical experience.
more than I
This
realized.
doctor is,
Well, we were.
well,
weren't we?
I think somebody's not muted here, but
Yeah.
anyway, this doctor has an excellent reputation and has some clinical
Lower the volume.
and
Oh, wait,
Oh, boy.
unfortunately, I'm gonna have to mute everybody. There's somebody
Yeah.
talking
Not put
in
it
the
on.
background. Hello?
But there's a,
We're
There, I just muted everybody. And Enid, you can unmute yourself.
So what I was saying is that this doctor uses a pseudonym because he or she has been persecuted for his or her opinions and has a Substack that is full of rather extraordinary information and is very, very careful about providing evidence. And it's a very long article. So I
No,
think,
but I have not seen any clinical experience. I've been in the business for over 40 years. I've had many patients use DMSO. I have not seen any remarkable improvement with the eye.
I understand. I just think you might
So I
want,
don't know, this guy may have the theory, he may have some good quotes and things like that, but I look at clinical results. Is it going to
well,
help my patient?
but what he has is a slew of clinical results. They're not necessarily his own or her own. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but there's a lot of it there. So I just think it's worth taking another look at it and seeing
Mhm.
what you think. And I would really like to hear your response.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you my opinion right now. I think it has minimal effect. I have not seen any of my patients, and I've been doing this for over 40 years, and I've had many patients use DMSO.
Well, maybe they weren't using it correctly. I don't know. I just think that it's what I read was very impressive, and I just think it's worth taking another look at it, if you would.
Okay, I will.
Okay, thanks.
All right, let's move on to Joyce.
Can you hear me?
Miss Warren, how are you? How are
I'm
you
good.
today?
Good morning, Dr. Kondrot. I'm a relatively new patient of yours, and I just wanted to remind you that I came to you for my left eye had a flamed hemorrhage, and my left eye had a flamed hemorrhage, and my right eye was glaucoma suspect. The flamed hemorrhage is gone, so
Oh,
thank you for
wonderful.
that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one that really scared me. So the hemorrhage is all gone. The eye is clear. I was really excited about that. It was a automap type of test. That was the test that they gave me, but so I'm really excited about that. My question to you is when I started the syntonic light therapy, I thought it was silly. Every morning I look forward to it now. I love it. But the Upsilon Omega that I do for 5 minutes, that really relaxes me. Can I do it longer than 5 minutes? I mean, I love it.
You could do it longer, but I don't think it'll have any additional effect.
Oh, okay, then I won't. Okay, because my time is, I don't have a lot of
No,
time.
but I think that a lot of people, when they first start to do the light therapy like you, they think this is silly, it won't affect me. But the light therapy actually can be one of the most powerful treatments.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And
Good.
the only, Go ahead. Okay, sorry. And the other thing is, she did add another diagnosis to me. That is the first time I heard about it. It was pinguecula, which is Pinguecula. It's dry-eyed.
Pinguicula.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, that's it.
That
That's the
sounds
first.
like an Italian dish. I'll have a
Yeah,
side of pinguicula with marinara sauce.
exactly. So, I guess that's like sunburn in the eyes. And I go to the coast a lot. And she's right. I
Yeah,
don't wear
it's
sunglasses.
also called surfer's eyes.
Oh,
So
okay.
people that spend a lot of time outdoors in the sun, especially on the water, they get like a little callus that grows on the eye.
Okay.
And so you got to protect your eyes from excessive ultraviolet light.
Okay.
Our body needs ultraviolet light, but if you get an excess.
Okay. I just started wearing glasses. I'm wearing transition, so that should help a lot now. But my dry eyes has been on and off for years now that I think about it. So I just wanted to share that with the group that your modalities work.
Oh,
I'm
great.
excited.
You might want to try the ozone eye drops because the ozone eye
do.
drops, yeah, will reduce the pinguicula.
Okay. Oh, okay. You know, when I did it last night, it's so soothing. So, okay.
Mhm.
So, and
Great.
I talked to Chris last week and I wanted her to change the frequencies because my eye was bothering me. I'm going to change that. I'm going to talk to her at 8:30. I found 2 eyelashes inside my eyes. That was what was bothering me. So I don't think the frequencies need to be changed. I know it sounds funny, but
Yeah.
I saw 2 eyelashes. I took them out and I'm perfect now. So,
Right. Well,
okay.
glad you're doing better.
Yes.
No more
Thank you.
flame hemorrhage. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That really scared me. It's gone. It's gone.
No,
Okay.
you get a hemorrhage inside the eye. That's a serious wake-up call.
Yeah. And I told her it was there and I insisted it was there and she raised her voice and said, it's not there, Joyce. So thank you. Thank you. So
Good.
thank you very much.
Great.
That's
Mr.
it.
Gilmore. You have to unmute. Oh, I still can't hear you, Robert. Mr. Gilmore.
How is it now?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay. I have a couple questions. I want to say good morning, okay? But on the blue
According to
light,
you.
okay. On the blue light again, so I have 2 pair of glasses, one with a filter for the blue light and one without. So during the day, we should have the blue light because it's beneficial. So when I'm working with the computer or watching television, should I switch to the filtered pair of glasses, even though it's daytime?
No, your body needs blue light during the day. So whether you're outdoors enjoying the blue light from the sky, or whether you're indoors watching TV or your computer that has blue light, you need blue
Okay.
light. At night, you got to avoid the blue light. That's when you should use the blue blockers.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. I don't have to keep switching glasses. Okay.
No.
Yes. Now, what part of the eye does the blue light affect? The macula, the retina, or
Well, no, it's the light is more with the circadian rhythm. It's the
okay,
balance of the body. You know,
okay,
there's a circadian rhythm in our body where we have the blue light during the day. We need the energy. Then at night, the eye has to be quiet and regenerate and heal. So it's not that the light is affecting a particular part of the
okay.
retina.
Okay, I have one final question. I was referred to a retina specialist. I don't know why, because they have a new ophthalmologist in the practice. But when they give you the shot in the arm with the dye, is there any negative impact of that on the eye?
A very, very minimal effect. It's a water-soluble dye that leaves the body very quickly.
So
The
it's
only detrimental effect is the flash camera. You know, you get the pictures taken with a lot of bright flashes, and that can be phototoxic.
is that part of is that part of it, even with the dye, or is that
Yeah,
in
usually that's
addition?
part of it. They inject the dye and they take a lot of pictures of your eye, and you are going to get a.
So you should tell them not to do that? Is that
Well, I have to review your records. There may be an indication for them to do that diagnostic test.
yeah? So I have to take the flash then, right?
Yeah, but you know, send me a copy of the records, and I'll let you know if it's really
Okay.
necessary.
You know, I haven't gone yet. I've just wondered what the negative effect was.
But
Yeah.
actually, more and more ophthalmologists are not doing that dye test. There's other, you know, the OCT, the ocular coherence tomography, and Optos. There's other testing that is not as phototoxic to the eye, and the results are much, much better.
And what do you call that? Tomography?
One is OCT, ocular coherence tomography. It uses a low-level light to analyze the
Okay.
retina.
So I could ask them to do that if they have to.
Well, you know, most eye doctors don't like a patient telling them what
I
test.
know.
It would annoy me if you come to me and say, well,
Well,
doctor, I want you to do this and that.
well, I could say Dr. Kondrot told me.
And whatever you do, don't say, Dr. Kondrot said that you should do this test.
Okay.
I'm in enough trouble already.
Oh, okay. Thank you, doctor. Thank you. I
Don't get me
appreciate
in trouble.
it. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Paula, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. I just have a question about the light therapy. Based on your talk at the convention you were at, it says when you do light therapy, I went to the website. They said you should rotate your eyes while you're looking at the light. Do you recommend that?
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
I like the patients to look directly at the light for the maximum effect. I don't think rotating the eye will have that much more benefit. I mean, different practitioners have their own style.
Yeah.
I'm sure some doctors will say you should blink 5 times a minute or not blink at all. My goal is when you have light therapy, you should relax, focus on the light, and just blink at your natural rhythm.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. We have a new visitor, Miss Jihan. How are you? Thank you. You have to unmute.
Oh, yeah, hi. It's me again. Can you hear
Yeah.
me now?
Yeah, we hear you. You're new to the group, and welcome to
Yes.
Jihan.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And so happy to meet you today on the consultation in the morning for my son. So I just have one question that I forgot to tell you earlier today that he had the inflammation in this last August. There was a new thing that happened also that the dermatologist decreased his Remicade infusion from every 4 weeks to every 6 weeks. So that was around that time also when it happened. So and now she increased it. He used to take 450. Now he's taking 500 milligrams, and she put it back to every 4 months. So what your thoughts on that? Because I have an appointment with her tomorrow, and should we
Well,
continue?
I don't like to interfere with the doctor's treatment. My
Hmm.
goal when he begins the alternative treatments that we talk about, his body will get stronger and his doctor will notice that, well, he may not need as much medication.
Mm,
At this
mm.
point, he hasn't really started any of the treatment. So I
We're so
don't
looking
want
forward
to
to.
interfere because
Okay.
his condition is serious.
Mhm.
And many times you have to embrace the best of traditional medicine, traditional ophthalmology, and also alternative.
I
I
understand.
lean more towards the alternative and natural ways, but sometimes you
Mm.
need both. We have to do whatever we can to keep his eyes healthy.
Okay. Okay. But do you think it's maybe also lower it wasn't lowering the dose, it was lowering the time or
It
expanding the
might be,
time. It
it might,
might
it
have
might be,
also an effect. Hmm.
it might be related, but there's a lot of other factors that could have caused it too.
Okay, got it. And I like the question that the person just asked about the light and the blue light blockers. So there's one of them is like for the daytime, it's a yellow thing, and in the evening there is a red one.
Yeah, the
So what?
yellow, the yellow is the blue blocker.
Yeah. So do you think
And
he should use that?
I would
Mm,
recommend using that at night. That's the blue
mm.
blocker at night.
Okay, so we don't have to use the red one, just the yellow one, and at night only.
Yeah.
And while he's on his computer or his phone, do you think he should be also using that, or?
Well, during the day, it's not necessary to use a blue blocker during the day because your body and your eyes need blue light during the day. It's at night. I think
Okay.
people are using an excessive amount of computer time at night.
Mm,
When the sun sets, God wants you to rest your
mm,
eyes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now people are spending, nighttime on the computers, personal devices. They're not resting their eyes, and they're
Exactly.
getting an excessive amount of blue light. So that's when you need to use the blue blockers. Or the best thing is not to use the personal devices and just go to bed and rest your eye. Rest is important for regeneration.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Mary, good to see you, Mary.
Hi, Dr. Kondrot. Thank you for being here for us.
How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. About the light there, a couple questions about the light therapy. My husband made this aluminum foil background and set the light bulb in the middle of that. And I'm just wondering, will that affect the therapy of the light? Because it's not in a lamp, it's got foil around it. Will that affect?
You'd have to send me a picture of it so I can understand exactly.
Yeah. He just
Uh,
kind of constructed a background and then put the light in the middle, so the light is reflecting off the aluminum foil.
mhm. I don't think that would cause any harm.
You don't think so? Okay.
No.
All right. Next question is about sweeteners. And there was a gentleman by the name of Stephen who is being treated for cataracts, and he said that he pretty much went off of all sweeteners except a little bit of honey or maple syrup. And I'm really evaluating my intake, and I've been taking stevia and xylitol mints to keep for my oral hygiene because it alkalinizes the saliva. And and I've been baking with monk fruit that has erythritol in it. So, what are your thoughts? I'm just wondering.
Well, the old-time eye doctors felt that the big poisons that cause cataracts were too much sugar, um, and too much starch and hard water.
Okay,
Felt that was the contributing factor. So definitely, sugar is a poison and
right.
should reduce it. I like stevia. Stevia is good. Probably natural honey is much better, good as a sweetener. So I like what you're doing.
What about the xylitol mints? What do you think about xylitol?
That I don't have any real experience with.
Uh-huh. And erythritol?
That I can't really comment. I don't have any
No,
experience.
okay.
My
Okay,
main concern is that there may be some synthetic properties to it. How is
okay.
it manufactured?
I see. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, moving on here to Sue. Good morning,
Hi,
Sue.
good morning. Last Wednesday I mentioned to Chris if you had looked over my pictures from my last corneal appointment. Do you recall if she said she was going to shoot them over to you again
I
because of
don't
the
recall
scarring?
seeing them. What is
Okay.
the issue with the cornea? Is there a change?
Well, I was just wondering what you felt about the scarring in my left eye as far as the different appointments I had had, if it looked any better. But
And I'd be curious to see. But how's your vision? Because sometimes a picture is hard to evaluate a picture. It depends on the angle and the photographer, especially the cornea. How is your vision?
I really don't have centerline vision in that left eye. That's the one I had the 4 injections in
Uh-huh.
before I got with your program. So
Yeah, well,
that
let me take a look. When did you send Chris the picture?
it's been a while. It was back in August. I had the appointment and then they didn't send them. So then I had to call and get them to send them. So maybe September was when they
Have you-
finally sent them.
So you sure? A lot of times the doctors will say they sent the records and we never get them.
Yeah, she actually called me back and left me a message that she sent them. And I think Chris did verify she had them. The
All
appointment
right.
was in August.
Okay, I'm making a note here. I'll be talking
Okay.
later.
So I finally went to a exam for getting new glasses and I was guessing with that left eye, but my right eye, she was able to get it to 20/25, but my prescription went up like a whole diopter since my last exam, but that's been like 3-4 years ago at least. So, but I am kind of concerned that that right eye, the vision has decreased over the last 5-6 years. But
That's scar, the right eye.
the scarring's in the left where I really don't have that center line vision. I know my program is programmed for that, but that's why I just wanted your opinion if it looked like, the program is good enough for the scarring that's there, just for you to review it.
Okay.
Also, if I get new glasses, is it better to just wear those when I really need to see good and then use these weaker ones more often, so then I'm not getting so dependent on that stronger prescription?
Yeah, I always tell patients that if you really want to improve your eyesight, you don't want to have the strongest pair of glasses. There's a
Okay,
lot
I'll try to
of
limit
doctors,
it.
what they'll do is deliberately under correct your glasses, to force your eyes to work. That's a
I'm
technique to reduce the myopia.
yeah, probably more when I'm driving, then I'll wear the new ones and then
Yeah, certainly if
wear
you're driving at night, because there's a
wear
greater
the old
demand
ones.
on your eyes at night.
Okay, so I've been on that new remedy 2.5 weeks or so. The only difference, I mean, I feel fine. Nothing that's regressed, but not like, real like noticeable change for the positive either. But the one thing I just realized that's kind of changed is the ozone drops make my eyes sting at the same level that I've been ozonating. Could that be related?
No, unlikely. It could be that maybe the saline you're using has changed its consistency.
Okay,
But
I'll
it's
get,
not unusual to get a little bit of stinging when you use the ozone drops. If the stinging would persist, I'd be concerned. But just the
I I added more fresh to my bottle, but there was still some old in it because
mm,
but then it's still doing that. So I'm gonna try to, instead of 3, back it down to the 2 on the machine and see if it
mm,
still stings. But
yeah, but like I said, it's okay if it stings when it first goes in. But if the eye would then burn and stay red, then that's a problem. But
yeah, it
stinging
kind of
the
still
first drop
stings.
is not a problem.
Well, I never had a problem before, so I'm just trying to figure out why the change,
Well,
what's
it could be
changed.
that your pH, your body's pH or your osmolarity is changing.
So should I do more types of food that are good for pH, or?
Yeah, you definitely want to have an alkaline pH. So eating good, healthy, organic foods, avoiding canned, preserved foods. They're
Yeah, I
more
pretty much
acidic.
do.
So, you want to get your body to have an alkaline state. And the best way to do
Hmm.
that is, fresh, organic fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
Just keep yourself
Just,
well hydrated too.
would you be concerned with Alaskan wild caught salmon for having mercury?
Unfortunately, all the fish has mercury. Our oceans are contaminated.
Okay.
Now, the Alaskan wild salmon is certainly very healthy to eat as eating the fish. But
Yeah.
in terms of the fish oils, because fish oils, they concentrate the fish. So you're really concentrating the mercury.
Yeah. I do flaxseed oil every day, but
Mm,
I usually don't eat more than once a week the salmon, so
mm.
that's probably okay, right?
Yeah, I think that'll be okay.
All right. Thank you.
And the other thing to do is, this is what I do. I mean, I like my seafood, and I'm taking, the oral chelation. I'm taking that every day.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, if I am
Counteracts it.
ingesting any food that has mercury or lead, which I know that many of the things I eat do have mercury or lead, even though I'm careful, taking that daily chelation, oral chelation is going to be binding the mercury and the lead and preventing it from going into my body.
Do you think it's necessary to still do the retest of the metals test if you always take the EDTA every day?
You might want to get it checked every 6 months to a year, just
Okay,
to see where you are.
all right.
But a lot of people are disappointed because they get it rechecked and it hasn't changed because it's tough. It takes a long time.
Well, I think the first time I took it was probably close to a year and a half ago now. So maybe
Yeah,
I'll do that.
maybe talk to Chris. It'd be a good idea. Let's recheck it to see where you are.
Oh, okay.
Because the
Yeah,
other danger is if the levels are going up, then there may be something in your environment that's adversely affecting you.
okay. Well, I had my amalgam fillings out like in 2020,
Hmm.
but I am going to have that other side of my mouth done in December
Hmm.
with the
Okay,
root
well,
canal.
good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, let's move on to Judy. Judy, do you hear me?
Mhm.
Sorry, I thank you. I had it muted. I have several questions. The very first one is simple, but I have a gooseneck lamp and I put the little tiny bulb in and I turn it on and it's very faint, but I can turn it again and it will be brighter. Does it make a difference as to how bright that little light bulb is?
No, you want a dimly lit light bulb. You don't want it really bright. You want a low wattage. It's gentle stimulation. We don't want an extremely bright light.
Okay, well, it's just the lamp. I can turn it, when I turn it on, it's very faint, but then I can turn it again and it gets brighter. So I will not ever do that. I will keep it very light.
Yeah, I would use just a dim.
Okay, the supplements that I have from you, I think I was told to take them 3 times a day. And it seems like that's a lot of everything that's in there, especially copper. That's not an issue, just to take them 3 times a day?
What supplement are you talking about?
Oh gosh, I don't know the ones that I got from you. I don't know what they're called.
Is it the ocufolin?
I guess, I'm not sure. So,
Yeah, double check on that. But the ocufolin, you should take 2 to 3 times a day. That's the recommendation. A lot depends
okay.
on your size. You know, if you're a tiny person, all you need is twice a day. But if you're a large person, then it should be 3 times.
No, I weigh 115 pounds and I'm 5'7", so I'm on the thin side.
Yeah,
So
so
I'll
you
do it.
really need it twice a day.
Okay. And the other thing is that after listening to you one time on this kind of program, I ordered OcuMed, and I'm using it only in my left eye, which has a cataract. And I'm doing it twice a day, but do I need to do it in both eyes or just one eye?
No, you do it in the eye that has the cataract.
Okay, all right, that's good. And this is really off this. I have something about DMSO and about vision for geographic atrophy, which I have. Have you ever dealt with DMSO for
Yeah,
eye drops?
that was a topic earlier.
Oh,
You know, there's a
just
lot of hype
products.
about the DMSO, and I have not seen any benefit for the
Oh,
eye with DMSO over my
okay.
45 years of medical practice, talking to a lot of patients. There's a lot of hype about DMSO. Now, I have used DMSO in the past. It was a formula with DMSO, ascorbic acid, and glutathione. It was used to treat cataracts, and there was some success with that. But I feel the Oclumed is a much better product.
Okay. And because I came on late, I'm sorry, but it was at 7 o'clock and I was busy doing other stuff. It's 7 o'clock for me, but how do I find this to watch the reruns or to watch the today's program, for instance?
Oh, I'll probably be emailing that to you.
Oh, okay.
Make
All
sure
right.
that you're on our email list. If you got an invite to this meeting, you should be getting it. And also, you should see it on YouTube.
Okay.
And if you want to go to my YouTube site, just go to Kondrot YouTube, all one word, Kondrot YouTube.
Oh, great. Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. We'll move on to Stephen. Stephen,
Hi, Dr. Kondrot. I'm afraid
good
I'm
to
the
see you.
call. Excuse me?
I said, good to see you.
Yes, good to see you too. Now, I'm the culprit who mentioned that artificial sweeteners. I recall an article in Substack, a well-written article, where you advised against using artificial sweeteners that they were indicated in causing eye problems. And so based upon that, I discarded my xylitol and started to review what kind of sweeteners I was using. And so that's that story, just to finish that off. So
Yeah, most of the artificial sweeteners are neurotoxic.
yeah, no, our aspartame or whatever that stuff truly
Aspartame, exactly. Yeah.
is but they use it in everything. And anyway, I don't want to dwell on that subject. But so I have my first question is I have an ozone generator that uses ambient air to create the ozone. Is that of any value in eye care?
Oh yeah, that's what I recommend in making the ozone eye drops.
Okay.
A generator with ambient air. The ozone isn't concentrated enough to be used for auricular treatment or rectal insufflation, but it's perfect for making ozone eye drops.
Okay. So in a case of like dealing with cataracts, that would a daily dosage or application be advisable if you're dealing with cataracts, or is that
Not really. I haven't seen ozone be that effective for the treatment of cataracts.
okay? So in my case, then it wouldn't be of any particular value to daily, because this routine has a lot of segments to it, and I'm trying to piece them all together in an effective way.
Yeah, the best way to treat the cataract is the light therapy. The light therapy helps to detoxify the lens.
Okay.
And the Occlumed drops are extremely beneficial. Taking some additional vitamin C would be beneficial. The homeopathic remedy and the microcurrent
Right.
would be the main treatment for the cataracts.
Okay, so thank you for that. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm getting some positive results. I've noticed that we're in the middle of autumn here, or we've just concluded autumn in the Northeast. And I've noticed the colors are very, very, it's not so much that they're brilliant because it's been a dry season, and but there's the depth of the color, which I've noticed. And I don't know whether that's a result of all the work that I'm doing or whether that's just wishful thinking, but it's been rather impressive, actually.
Well, it's probably a placebo effect.
Oh, really?
No, I'm
Okay.
just joking. Who cares if it's a placebo, wishful thinking? If your vision's better, enjoy it.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
all right. So, and the microcurrent machine, I'm using that, but I find that and the other settings on it are pretty useful. I've used them for sciatica and for back problems, and whatever I apply it to, it seems to work. I'm astonished. But
oh, you've become a believer now, huh?
and well, yeah, I mean, with 2 AA batteries, you can do that. It's just like whatever. So if it works, I'm not going to question it. So, okay,
I'll
so
tell you what, microcurrent's amazing. Have you listened to my talk, my keynote speech on?
I just saved it to my file. I'll listen to it today, Dr. Kondrot. It'll be one of the things that on my to-do list. No, so the answer is no, I have not. So I have not listened to it.
No, because I really enjoyed giving the talk, because I talked about my history, my first introduction of microcurrent. And I can remember, before I treated my first patient, this is funny, I wanted to treat my own eyes. I felt you know, doing my due diligence. I should treat myself before I treat a patient. I can remember sitting in my office, this was in Pittsburgh, getting the microcurrent machine ready, putting it on my eyes. And my first thought that came to my mind was the front page of the newspaper, local eye doctor blinded for microcurrent.
But it didn't happen, did it? So anyway.
It didn't do it. Then after
Okay.
the treatment, I said, wow, my vision seems to be a little bit better.
Okay, well, my question is, let's get to the question actually, is I like the 10 settings. Can I get another machine with 10 more settings on it, or what's the deal? I mean, if you wanted to.
Yeah,
expand.
you could, but we do have a machine with 99 settings.
Oh, okay, so I remember that. So Chris talked about that. How do you get a hold of this machine?
You would talk to Chris about that, and we could. The only problem with that machine, it's a digital readout. And it's hard to, toggle through the different programs. So I like the machine with the buttons. It seems to be a little bit easier to use, but you could talk to Chris about that, or you could buy a second machine.
Well, if I did buy a second machine, would I go through your office or can I go directly to the company? Because
Well, the company just sells a blank machine. It has no value. It has to be programmed.
okay, so
And then also a layperson can't buy a machine. It only has to be a licensed practitioner.
such as yourself. Okay. All right.
Because it is a device that's, controlled, regulated.
So you did all the, so when you put the settings for the other things, the detox and the stress release, you actually were the one that programmed that.
I
Was that?
programmed, yeah. See, I worked with 2 or 3 naturopathic doctors over many, many years, and we developed a lot of these protocols. I
Okay.
didn't develop them, the naturopathic doctors, sciatica treatment and low back pain. And, so all these protocols were developed over many years, and we have a library of these protocols.
Okay. Well, anyway, so either
And
way,
glad to hear it's helping with other things.
yeah, well, yeah, I use it every day as multi-use actually. But the thing is, when it gets to that point, to distill it down, I will have to go through your office to move to the next level or to get an additional machine. That's what I want.
Right. Either through my office, or you could work with another microcurrent practitioner.
Okay. Well,
But I'd be happy to work with you, and you could
Okay.
use my bank of protocols.
okay. Which would include that 99 sequence
Yeah.
thing. All right. I just
Let me, maybe some of you might be interested in the bank of 99. You'd have all of our protocols.
well,
So
yeah.
we would keep your eye, and then, that would be something.
Okay. All righty. Well, that's
But
basically.
I'm surprised to hear that, because most patients say, Dr. Kondrot, I don't have enough time to even do my eye protocol. And here you are, you're wanting a machine with 99.
All right. Well, if you're going to give me 10 menus, or 10 items, I'm probably going to do them. So,
All right.
but
Good.
it's still a challenge to do that and the drops and the syntonic stuff or whatever that is. So but I'm working it out. It's going to take some time because anyway, it's enough about me. So anyway, it's working, and that's all I really care
Good.
about.
Okay, we have time for one more question. Carol. Carol, you there?
Is it me or is it somebody else?
It's Carol. You're Karen.
Okay.
Carol?
Maybe it's something else.
Can't hear you, Carol.
See it. Okay, there we go. Thank you for taking my call. And my eyes are improving. I'm thrilled.
Wonderful.
I have a question about the ocufolin. Do I take 3 at one time, or 3 times a day?
Oh, no, you want to take 1 with each meal.
I have been taking it wrong. Oh, 1
No,
with
it's probably not going to hurt you, but you're probably taking too large of a dose at once, and a lot of it may not be absorbed properly. I would space it out over time.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, and my other question is, food grade hydrogen peroxide in small doses, you know, to oxygenate your system. How do you feel
I
about
think
that?
it's wonderful. It's a type of ozone treatment. It's very similar to ozone, the hydrogen peroxide.
Really? Okay, like a tablespoon or two, and it seems
Yeah.
it perks you up. I mean,
Mhm.
it makes you feel pretty wonderful.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can also drink the ozone drops. You know, if you have an ozone generator, you would ozonate water and you could drink that.
okay, okay, okay. Well, that's what I wanted to know. Okay, well, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Wonderful seeing everybody again. And have a good week and look forward to our next meeting. Remember, any other questions, you can meet with Chris. She meets with all of you every week, and if she can't answer your question, she'll get back to me. Okay, blessings
Thank
to
you.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Kondrot,
Bye.
thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.